Just want to say, if you hear my cat freaking out, it's because she can't go outside because she had 2 toes cut off because she got attacked by something. So if you hear any screaming or anything, just don't worry about it. Hey guys, how's it going? I made a video recently showing some before and after edits of some photos I've edited a while ago. And I was thinking to myself, you know, I've improved a lot since I edited them. And I've never edited anyone else's photos. So I asked my friend Tom if I could edit a few of his photos, and he sent over 5 photos in RAW format for me to edit, see what I can do with. His Instagram is tanderson.j, I think, and I'll put it in the description. So if you want to check out what he's up to, go ahead. So these are the photos that we've got. I haven't actually seen them yet, so we're gonna boot up some Adobe Lightroom, import these bad boys, and see what's going on. I think as well, I want to try and do it kind of quickly. I think that'll add an extra step of challenge on top of editing someone else's photos that I've never seen before and I don't know the context of. Hopefully that'll be a nice experience. Importing some pictures that I'm gonna edit. Oh, so we've got quite a mixture actually. Some pictures of this gas mask guy. This tunnel, which I actually really like, that's on his page. I don't know what I'm actually gonna do with these. That's nice, this landscape. I really like this one. So we'll add them all in and see what we can do. So the first one that I imported is this landscape. So I'm just gonna quickly throw on this look because that's one I use a lot just to kind of see how that's going. I need to be honest, if you're starting off with a good photo, the edit kind of accentuating the composition and all that, because this is already quite a nice photo. What I think a lot of people do with landscapes is bring out as much dynamic range as possible. So I'm going to bump up the shadows, lower the highlights, bring up the whites to give it a bit more shine, put it at 35. I always use 35 for some reason, I don't know why. Bring down the blacks a little bit, maybe there, minus 35, coincidental. Immediately that's what we're going from and to. Maybe we'll reduce this. We'll leave that off for now as we do this edit. Usually I do a curves adjustment as well and bring up the blacks a bit there. That's a bit more subtle than what it was before. Doing an auto white balance adjustment puts it to there. So it's daylight, so 5600. That's very blue, so I could see why that did that. Maybe if I just color pick that white, how's that looking? That's pretty all right. I think it's a bit too warm. So obviously there's snow. Maybe if we do 10,000. So that's what we've gone to straight away. Brings back some of the detail along the ridge line. I can't tell what the focus is because usually with photos, I like to kind of pick out a subject because I don't really do landscapes. Like I've never really done them. I guess the focus is just the vista. I don't know. It's looking good though. You did good, Tom. I'll give you that. Any reds in the scene? Nope. There's oranges. What do we do with these, eh? Should we desaturate or make them brighter or darker? I don't know. I'm not a landscape boy. Put the yellows to orange a little bit. Maybe yes, definitely desaturate them. Now it's onto the blues, which is going to be the main thing. Yep, I'm going to use that very cyan color because that makes it look a lot more cool and crisp. And then we've got the overall blue, which is very hefty. Sorry if you can hear my cat meowing in the background. She's not allowed out today because she's had an operation recently. Maybe if we drop the blues like that to clear out some of that. So that's what it was before. I do kind of like that blue, but I think it is a little bit distracting. Oh, that's cool. Brings back all the... Do you know what I mean? She's going nuts. She really wants to go out. Brings back them planes in the sky. That's really cool. Maybe I need to bring up the shadows a bit more. So that's before, that's after. See, just a general contrast adjustment. I'll do 35 again. Keep it a bit more subtle. I'm getting a bit of fringing or banding, getting a bit more blocky at the top, which is because of the heavy color adjustment, I think. Jesus, that's a hefty. Should we do a bit of dehazing? I've noticed a lot of people do proper go for it with clarity. I do it sometimes because it's kind of cool, but with this one I want to keep it kind of subtle, so I'll do 10. What's this texture doing? Bring back them smaller details. I'll do 10 again. Before, after. Pretty nice. I like it. A grain. Bring some grain in. Make it feel a lot more natural. Shadow and highlight colors. Yes, let's put some, where was it? It looked really nice a second ago. Bit of yellow in the shadows, quite like that. Highlight color, that's pretty much just the sky, isn't it? I'm gonna leave that because that's gonna affect the whites and I don't want that. So let's clean up that bottom bit. That's pretty cool. It's quite moody. I think I always kind of accidentally go for moody stuff. I don't know what lens he's got. Automatically detected it. Let's go. Bring back that vignette because that's quite nice. What's it like with that? Should put that at 35 as well. Cool. I'm happy with that. That literally took me, let's see, that literally took me about 5 minutes to edit this photo. If I was going to spend more time on it, I'd probably clean up this sky because you could see some stuff going on. So I think that's because of that. Yeah. So it's because I changed colors a bit much. I think that's why that happened, but I don't know. I'm quite happy with it. It's a very nice photo. The colors are really nice. I like the browns and the teal sky, I think it is. But yeah, I like that. I'd throw that on a wall. Next one. What I like to do sometimes as well, might be controversial, is copy and paste edits onto other photos. So copy and pasting the landscape edit onto this tunnel edit. It's a style, I guess. That's all because of that temperature thing, I think. Very dark as well. Right, you know what? We'll reset it to original. So this is the original. Is that in the middle? I feel like that's not quite in the middle. Well, we'll do that for now. And we'll see what we have. So it's already very dark. Bring up them whites a bit. That's better. That is better. That's cool. Shall we go into the HDR look? Oh, and then you got this cool color over here and this green wall. I didn't even realize that was that. Alright, so we'll do minus 35 on that one. Blacks are already pretty low. Bring them up a bit. We'll do 25. No, we'll do 15. And then I'll do a little contrast thing to bring up them bottom blacks like that. Just ever so slightly. So you can feel it, but it's not overbearing. Let's see what this auto white balance does. That's too cold for me. Where are we? We're inside, so 3600. Are these meant to be white? I don't know. You know what? Let's just do it all in the HSL. That's what I do sometimes. It's quite fun. Do we have any reds? Just that box. You know what? I'm going to bring that more to the red because then that will contrast a bit more with that green. And then there's a lot of orange. So maybe I'll desaturate the orange. And again, I don't know the context for this photo. Maybe it was like a weird, moody kind of day. Put that at 10. Make the oranges a bit more yellow. And then we're solely on the yellows now. But I want more green in the shot, I think. So it's kind of getting a bit of a more surreal feel to it at the minute. No pinks or purples even. No pinks. There's something going on in the back there with... I think that's the reds. Yeah. So maybe if I don't blast that too much. So I've basically just taken away all that gross orange. Maybe this is a very filmic one, so I'll put 25 grain on this time. Any colors for the shadows looking nice? Nothing's looking too nice at the minute. I'm thinking that box is actually becoming the focus rather than the tunnel. Maybe I'll crop it in. Does that work? No. So that's before and that's after for now. Maybe I'll try changing the color temperature, see what that's doing. It depends what you want to go for. You could do like a cyberpunky neon scene, maybe a vintage tunnel. I quite like that. That's all right. Kind of got that Grand Budapesti hotel feel. So that's enough for that one, I think. I don't know if you guys will like it. I just do things because I think they look kind of nice. So I think that looks somewhat aesthetic. It's a bit warm. We'll do 5K. Sorry, Lightroom. I think that's cool. It's got a lot of texture to it on the walls. It's got that bright box, which is cool. Let me know what you think. I'm going to copy and paste this to this, which is actually quite a cool shot. That is awful. What about this landscape one? Copy, paste. Let's do our own one. So this is obviously quite a dark, moody one, but we don't want it too dark. Bring the lights up a bit, the whites up a bit even. The lights. Highlights. Bring them up, and then when you change the highlights, it changes the shadows, so we'll take the shadows down to the bottom maybe, and then we'll put that at 35, our favorite number. What I've seen a lot of people do is bring the contrast right down so they get more control over the contrast individually, but I'm not going to do that. So we'll go into the color now. I don't know what color this mask was originally. That's clean. I quite like that actually. I know it wasn't what he was going for with his colored lighting, but to be fair, it's contrasting really nicely with the shadows being that color. I'm liking that. Maybe a bit more green. Minus 50. That's a nice enough number. So reds, where are we? That's the shadows. I don't really want to touch them. I don't really know what I can do to make them look better. The yellows I'm going to make green to get that gross, like horrible gas mask feel, because obviously a gas mask is like toxic gas. You don't want that in your mouth. Then we've got that green. I think a yellow green is probably better. This is looking sick though. I'm actually really surprised. I was kind of worried about doing this challenge because I was like, what if I can't actually edit someone else's photos to look nice? But I'm personally thinking this is quite cool. If I was taking this photo, I'd have probably put the knife a bit closer in, because if you're posting photos on Instagram especially, you want to do it in 4x5. So it would be like that. But then with just a gas mask guy on his own, I'm kind of a bit like, is it enough? Yeah, that's kind of cool actually. The thing is, when you change the colors as heavily as I do, you get this fringing. so it's not there like that, obviously. I mean, to be fair, gross gas mask. Let's just lean into it. No, realistically, we want clarity on the gas mask, because then it's going to be like, you know, horrible grittiness. 35 on that. And bring the dehaze down a bit so it goes a bit hazy, and a lot of grain on this one. Now, are we going to use some colors in the shadows? I think we are. That looks pretty good. I'll put a bit of blue in the highlights to contrast the yellow in the shadows. So that's how that's looking. I prefer it without. I don't know. It depends what you want to go for. I think it looks cool with it because it's kind of leaning into the chlorine gas idea. But without it, it also looks cleaner. I'm going to leave it off for now. Let's see now. Can we throw on a LUT over the top to make it look even better? That's kind of cool. That's very clean though. That's kind of cool as like a vintage thing. That's cool. I like that one for now. We'll look at these vintage ones though. All right, I like that one, vintage 6. And that one, I think it's got to be this. Yeah, so that's the before. That's the after. I think that's kind of cool actually. It's like really weird and creepy. I'm going to say that one's completed. So the next one is another mask one. So I'm going to copy and paste that mask edit. Now he's got different lights going on, different colored lights. So if I pull a pick that white, that's kind of cool. I'm going to just do this for this one because time is going on. Maybe I'll do a tilt. I don't do tilts often. Is it cool? I don't know. Shall we go back to 0? Get that symmetry going on. Because I always go for symmetry. I never really go for like weird shit. Kind of want to sometimes. So that is the before and after of that. To be fair, I think that's pretty cool. It's still kind of like I think this one's a better photo generally. It depends what you're going for. If you're not going for the kind of look I am, then you might disagree on that. You could just go for a really low key look. I don't know. I think it's pretty cool though. Let's move on to this last one, which is really cool because it's the gas mask, but in a normal location. Copy and paste that setting. Very cold. Is this going to be magic? So that's really clean already. Maybe we'll try this landscape edit. This is basically what people do with LUTs, by the way. They make a LUT from one photo and then you just copy and paste it onto their other photos to like do a quick edit. I don't know. I think I prefer the mask edit. Modern 8 hasn't failed me yet, so we'll put that one on. Bring them shadows up a bit to about there, minus 50. The lighting is really nice on this one. So I think this might be pretty good. I'm going to bring that down so you can see more detail. Bring the blacks down a bit. And that's our before and after so far. Oh, what else can we do? Color, what have I done here? I like that. I like the yellow. Usually I stay away from yellow, but I like leaning into it with these ones because it's meant to be kind of gross. In my mind anyway. Clarity we're going to bump right up for this one because, you know, it's kind of like real world, gritty, horrible. Oh, there's a gas mask man looking down at me. This would be really cool if the guy just didn't have a mask on as well. Like if there was just a normal photo, I think it'd still be pretty sick. And that's what you want. You want a photo that is just good, generally. And then you want to be able to edit in any way possible, really. So that's our before and after of this one. I think my favorite one out of these ones so far is maybe that. Definitely that before and after. You know, sometimes I impress myself. Sometimes I'm like that. But it's all subjective. You guys might prefer that. You might hate what I've done here. So you guys might hate what I've done here because that is kind of cool. You could lean into it being dark and gritty and moody and have the tunnel as the focus, which would be absolutely fine. I'm not gonna say I'm doing it right. I just saw that red thing and the green walls and I was like, that's pretty nice. So I think that's pretty cool. That light is bugging me though with the white. So I don't know what I've done there. I guess I'll put that there and that works better. So that's what we've got for this one. Maybe I should do like a local adjustment on this middle tunnel. I don't know what I could do. I'm gonna just see what a change in hue will do. So this could be kind of cool. I don't know. It's definitely more stylized. I'm just gonna leave it. So there we have it. There's my 5 photos that I got sent. Technically, I've seen them before, but I didn't know he was sending me these ones, so it was a bit of a surprise. I edited them as fast as possible. I think I did each one in about 5 minutes. Did a nice landscape, which I think that looks pretty sick. Got this tunnel, which looked like that, and then we just brought out the shadows a bit and give it a bit more color. I don't know. People might think, I don't know. I'm undecided on this one. It might be better not how I've done it, but that's the before and after. That's what my mind went to. Got this one of this gas mask. He went for some nice red colored lighting, but I kind of pulled it back and made it very green and yellowy to lean into the gas mask feeling. We've still got the red there, which is a nice homage to his lighting. I think it looks sick as well. Then we've got this one, which is basically just a rehash of the other one because it's a similar lighting setup. I probably wouldn't use this photo. I'd probably use this one. It's kind of like a B tier edit. I didn't really put too much effort into that one. And we've got this one, which I just think is just generally a good photo anyway, so I don't know if I could have really done much with the edit, apart from just kind of put a little style on it. Kind of made it feel a bit more vintagey. I don't know. Let me know what you think. If you think I've absolutely butchered these photos, then please do say, because I'm always looking to improve my skills. If you think I full-on Tyrannosaurus Rex'd it and chomped up the quality with my big gnashes, then let me know as well, because I'm always up for getting some positive feedback. But otherwise, if you enjoyed this video, if you learned anything, please give it a like. Let me know if there's anything you want me to try. If you've got any photos or videos that you want me to color grade or edit or just do anything with, I don't mind. I just want to do stuff. Tom, I hope you don't feel shit about what I've done with your photos,
because they are very good regardless of my edits.
I don't know. I just hope I did good. Did I do good? Let me know. But anyway, thanks for watching. Have a nice day and goodbye.